Hello, everybody. That was so rude of you, Porker Lewis. That's Porker Lewis, by the way. He's my roommate. Nothing more, nothing less. But, anyways, I'm playing Minecraft right now. Originally, I was going to record from the start of me making this world and finding a house and all that stuff. But, thankfully, I didn't because it took way too long to find this spot. And I basically didn't say anything of value. But I worked on it. I'm pretty much still early game. I just now finished building this house after putting everything that I had in the little chest that was outside. The main reason I'm making this video today, oh, you're actually just coming upstairs. Well, now I'm definitely gonna name you. They made name tags craftable, by the way. Crazy. Oh, I don't have any paper. Is the sugarcane grown? Oh yeah, awesome. But the main reason why I'm making this video is because one, the actual video that I wanted to be my first video is taking way longer to edit than I thought it would be. Well, than I thought it was gonna take, and I'm just really excited to record stuff, so might as well. But the thing that triggered me to want to do this in the first place is because I had a pretty weird day at work. Not necessarily a weird day, but I mean, fuck, not a bad day, but definitely a weird one. And my bad, I'm over here pressing escape to open my inventory. I've been playing a lot of Terraria. But, yeah, I keep on saying but a lot. I'm sorry. It's hard to play Minecraft. And I actually recorded the first 16 minutes of this, but I didn't have my microphone on. There we go, Porker Lewis. That's a calm little Sonic reference for you, if you didn't know. Reference to Sonic the comic. Or that's the British one, right? It's whatever one Fleetway is, that's a reference to Fleetway, or I guess the Genesis games in general. I forget, but why does it look so choppy? I think my frame rate's tweaking out right now. I'm sorry. I hope my story, I hope my story that I have to tell later captivates you. Anyways, I had a weird day at work. I work retail, by the way, and it was just a bunch of annoying customer interactions and shit. And I was closing with the one coworker that he's trying to make a animated Batman movie using AI, and he already kind of lost me because he described it as a follow up to the Dark Knight trilogy, and I don't feel strongly about the Dark Knight trilogy. My favorite one is The Dark Knight. I feel like it's everyone's favorite. Heath Ledger kicked ass as the Joker, but everybody already knows that. Everybody knows Heath Ledger is the best Joker, whatever. So he already kind of lost me there. And it's not even because I don't like the Dark Knight movies. It's just because when I think of a Batman movie, I'm thinking more of in line with like when I first started getting into comics, like Rebirth, and I like the more fantastical aspects of the Batman mythos. And when you have Batman tied to a realistic setting, you can't really do that much. You can't. It's gonna feel like jumping the shark if you throw that shit. Like if I cannot see. I was about to call him fucking Patrick Bateman. I cannot see Christian Bale's Batman fighting a version of Killer Croc. Sorry. Not saying that they're bad movies, because as Elseworld stories, you know, they kick ass. If I look at them from the sense that they're Elseworld stories, it's whatever. It's pretty cool. But I'm over here talking about Batman. I'm sorry. My the all that stuff kind of just piled on, and this is about to be a really first world problem thing. I'm going mining, by the way. I should probably mention that. That's why I'm kind of checking my inventory over and over again, making sure I got enough stuff. I should be fine. I'll find coal and iron down there if I need more picks. Ooh, I need more pants though. But yeah, my first road complaint is horrible For You page RNG. It's awful. It is the worst thing ever, and I get part of the problem is the fact that it's my For You page and it's the stuff that I like and engage with. I'm sorry, I need to figure out what's going on with my Minecraft. Okay, I'm back. I figured it out. Hi, Porker. Yeah, the terrible for you RNG. It's awful. Worst thing ever. I get that it's tied to me, and I know it's because of the stuff that I. Well, that's the thing about me. I don't leave comments on stuff, and I try not to like the stuff that I'm about to start complaining about. But my friends send me reels and stuff, and I check them, and I instinctively swipe, so it winds up switching back to my for you page, and it is just the most doomer black pill shit imaginable. And again, I get that it's kind of on me because I do like that. So not like I used to engage with the shit when I first. The novelty of seeing looks maxing reach an app like Instagram, it got to me at first. Like it was pretty funny. But then I fell down a rabbit hole of people unironically into it, and it just started getting annoying. And then especially because I started getting hype pill shit specifically, and as a short guy, the hype pill that means something to me. It was this one dude that was like a self-proclaimed manlet. So that's sorry, I don't know why I was struggling to say that. And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh hello, you just really wanted to die, huh? It's just one of those things where it's like you can't try to get a point across and call yourself a manlet. I'm sorry. And I get that it's for like the engagement and shit, but I feel like when you put shit out there for the sake of engagement, it is like if I think that's how you actually are, you did it to yourself. To an extent, that's basically like to an extent that is who you are. So yeah, with all that being said, the black pill, the hype pill, all that shit, it was funny at first, but then it started to get annoying. And quick little side note, because I just looked at my phone and thought about the last, the last reel that I saw. My for like when I say that my for you page is horrible, it is horrible. I've like also fallen down this weird rabbit hole, and I'm pretty sure it's from Facebook because I accidentally linked my Facebook account to my Instagram account. I didn't even know I had an Instagram account. I mean not Instagram, Facebook. I don't know why I have a Facebook. I feel so stupid for having one. But yeah, I fell down this fucking rabbit hole of mid to late 30s. Well, yeah, mid to late 30s. I don't. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what year. Whatever. This isn't the first guy, and it's like this weird fucking thing. And I keep on seeing people stitch each other too. They're like all in the same group or some shit. And I don't know. They just justify hooking up with like fresh out of high school 18 to early 20 something year olds because the again like I feel so like icky for boiling it down to this because it feels so dismissive like an actual greater problem or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it basically boils down to like some nigga took their girl and shit when they were their age, and now they're doing it too. Because I don't know, the whole thing sounds fucking vengeful. That's the best way to describe it. So yeah, my for you page is fucking awful. It's one of the main reasons why I try not to use short form content apps or whatever. Because people make memes and shit about how that shit fries your brain, and how seeing Chinese car accidents followed by gender war bullshit, followed by some dude trying to sell you his course because you're a 20-year-old that's lost in life. It's fucking annoying. That's the thing. It's annoying now. At first it was kind of like, oh my god, this is so messed up. But now it's just annoying. And it's especially annoying because it made me think about this one friend that I had that I like actually stopped talking to. Well, I didn't stop talking. It was kind of like a mutual stop talking to. But I just didn't feel a reason to reach out anymore after the final conversation that we had, cause you like actually fell deep into that shit, and I don't know. I think seeing like, cause it's the end of March. I turned 20 at the. I never wound up crafting the pants that I needed. It's cool, whatever. I wound up turning 20 at the. Not wound up. I was expecting it. I I turned 20 at the start of the month. So now that I'm seeing like people my age, like in my age group, actually buy into that shit and like preach it also. I don't know, it's kind of disheartening. Cause like, as I'll get into later, me and the friend that I fell out with, for the sake of this story, since I'm playing Minecraft and I haven't changed my skin yet, for the sake of the story, I will call him Herobrine. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, I'll call him Herobrine. I'll call him Herobrine. Being Herobrine, we weren't. I'm already, I'm already regretting this. Me and Herobrine, we weren't necessarily best buddies or anything, but I had another friend named, well, yeah, he's a friend that I consider him my brother. So for the sake of the story, I'm gonna call him Notch. Notch recently moved middle schools because we were in eighth grade. Yeah, we were in eighth grade, going on ninth because we were around 13, 14. So yeah, it's eighth grade, freshman year of high school. Notch moved away, so me and Herobrine started to become closer together because I pretty much had every class with Herobrine. Like that fucker was there when the seating charts got rearranged. We were hoping the RNG of Class Dojo blessed us, and we just got cool with each other. We shared a lot of same interests. We found the same shit funny. He made me realize what type of shit I also found funny to a certain extent too. It was this one channel. It got taken down now because they made some pretty dicey shit called Pam Tree. I remember he showed me that, and we were kind of just fucking laughing at how shitty the animation was. Yeah, like if you look it up, you could probably find a re-upload, but it's fucking try hard, edgy shit that at the time makes middle schoolers lose their mind. And yeah, that was basically my friend for the remainder. Well, not like I've kind of growing up through K through 12 school, and I would always kind of go out of my not go out of my way. I don't know. I'm over explaining myself. I would try to be at least cordial with everybody because it's fucking boring not having anybody to talk to in class. So might as well try to be cool with somebody. So we started to gravitate towards each other more, and shit, we were basically kicking it. And then when COVID hit, since we were all locked inside, me and him super gravitated towards each other. Like if I wasn't in a Discord call with Notch, then I was probably in an Xbox party with Herobrine, and he was like one of my only IRL friends that played Sea of Thieves for real. So I would shit kick it with kick it with him in an Xbox party, play Sea of Thieves. When we got bored of that, we hopped on Xenoverse, grinded some parallel quests. I really hope Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 gets announced this year. I put so many hours into that second game. And the first game too, shit. I still play it sometimes. Well, I replay this. Even though replaying the story is kind of stupid in the original one, since the full story mode is available as a DLC for the second one. But the controls are kind of shittier, and it's fun playing with the shittier controls. Sometimes. You tripping. Anybody's tripping if they prefer Xenoverse 1 to 2. I think the only plus side is the fact that going Super Saiyan was a super attack and not an ultimate, or not ultimate, not an awoken skill. Like there wasn't a specific slot for awoken skills in that one. I'm over here talking about Xenoverse. Man, I'm sorry. Anyways, once COVID hit, me and Herobrine was basically talking every day, every other day, just grinding it out. And that's around the time that I specifically remember first seeing like the Looks Max and shit, like the PSL or whatever the fuck they call it. Um, we also started like watching fucking video essays about the weird incel people. And at the time I'm over here laughing at the shit because in my head it's kind of coming from a place of holy shit, I cannot believe people like this actually exist. But in retrospect, for him it was kind of actually no, never mind. I'm not even gonna say around that time. That's when. Nah, I'm not even gonna put. We were just edgy fucking 13-year-olds scared of going to high school while World War Z was going on. But eventually, World War Z ended and they started to integrate the schools half and half. So half online, half physical, and then you alternate. And shit, I fucking basically begged my mom. You could opt out of it, so I basically begged my mom to not opt out of it. I was like, listen, I've been in the house for too long. We we got the jab. I'm immune. Okay, we did the we crunched the numbers, mom. But yeah, she let me go or whatever. It wasn't that serious, but she basically just fucking gave me hand sanitizer and Kleenex in my bag, and whatever. So we became cool, but he would only really approach me one on one. Like when he would see that I was with other people, he would never come up with me, which I really didn't think much of because, we're back from COVID, so everybody, everybody's still frazzled. Nobody really remembers how to socialize for real. We've all been stuck indoors, so I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, we're kicking it, catching up. Like, hey, you trying to, we're about to beg our parents if we can hang out after school. You want to, little shit like that. He would always turn it down. Well, sometimes he would go with us, but even then, he would still be kind of shut off and reserved. But the thing that kind of pisses me off about how things ended with us is, which I'll get into later, the people that I was with, especially the people that didn't go to our middle school that like he was like meeting from the first time from me, they never made it. They always acknowledged his presence and tried to make him feel like I'm kind of how I'm not gonna say I do, but I try my best to vet the people that I hang around and not try to be around people that like try to ego people or whatever. Because yeah, everybody knows what it feels like to be egoed. That shit sucks. But yeah, they would always make his presence known or whatever, and like even like even when we're talking shit, they'll like like throw a quick little some shit for him to react. like just there's like just saying absolutely fucking nothing. Like, oh yeah, it sucks that Hero Brian's about to get taken away by a giant velociraptor in like 3 days. Like shit like that. But yeah, so it kind of I don't know, it kind of sucked. Things were already starting to show its cracks, but I didn't think much of it. Eventually, I'm gonna cut to sophomore year because that's where I guess things kind of evolved or devolved depending on how you look at it. Spider Jockey on camera. It's a little Scott as Minecraft reference. I don't even think he said it like that. I don't know why I keep on saying things in weird tones sometimes. Because I say it with the inflection I'm gonna say something afterwards, but oh, I don't know. I think my keyboard's messed up. I'm sorry if you just heard me spam the fuck out of W. Oh, that's the part of the cave that I was trying to get to. But I'm gonna, yeah, cut to sophomore year. This is when things started to really, not, well, yeah, I guess change. Because some shit went down. And, okay, maybe having a bow in my offhand is not the move. Okay, actually, I'm gonna cut to when I'm in a safer spot. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that little cut. I've died way too many times on camera to like in the little hour footage that I have like finding the spot that I decided to build my house at. I died so much in stupid ways because I tried to talk and fight at the same time, which like what I'm trying to do now. Because I'm terrible at mouse and keyboard. I'm actually trying to learn, and I just have terrible hand-eye coordination. Well, hand-finger coordination, or finger-eye coordination, whatever. Anyways, sophomore year, things kind of got a little weird because due to some shit that happened, I wound up getting expelled. So we would really only talk when he was out of school, but sometimes I would get home late because the alternative school that I had to go to was like an hour and 30-minute ride from the city. So yeah, shit was fucked. But he was one of the main people that I was talking to around that time. And during that time period, I can wholeheartedly say that the type of shit that he would like, the type of jokes that he would make, and I'm not about to act like I was a saint because I was saying some bullshit also. But the type of shit that he would say would just be like very, oh, not, it would just be much more mean spirited. And he would say a lot of self-deprecating shit, which, everybody knows that the one self-deprecating friend is annoying, but it wasn't like the type of self-deprecating that I think most people think of. Well, actually, I know exactly what type of self-deprecating it is. It's the fucking self, the Looksmax fuck. He was basically using more Looksmax in terms, but not as much. Um, around that time. This is when like the Manosphere course selling wave was going on, and he really fell hard into that. Like he kept on talking about high value men, high value women, shit like that, all the time, and yeah, I kind of have a weird relationship with that type of stuff because I don't consider myself, well, not that, I don't know, I'm not really that hooked up on that, on the idea of like perceived masculinity and all that shit. And I think most of that is just because I've had a pretty, well, have a pretty kick-ass father who I think did a good job at teaching me that you can, like, it's okay, like, you're supposed to be a provider, but you don't have to be an asshole about it. And yeah, don't let yourself get walked on and all that shit. Basically, he said the exact same shit they're saying, but without being like a fucking asshole and making it seem so black and white. And I don't know, I think that's part of the problem with short form content anyway. I think that the type of conversations that people are having on there shouldn't be had on the fucking 30-second dancing app. Like I, like I think people should be having these talks, but I was already down here before. What? I think people should be having these talks, but just not on the dancing app. Like bring this shit back to YouTube. My feed has been so dry. But anyways, he fell really hard in that shit to the point where it was basically all he was talking about, and he would swear up and down that like the ideas of masculinity are being attacked in the Western world and all that, which I don't fucking. Cause when I'm really, cause I'm trying not to be bitter about it, and the more I think about it, the I feel myself getting a little salty. Not salty, I don't know. Cause like at the time, like I was like he wasn't even. I don't know. He wasn't even doing anything that inherently masculine. He was just kind of talking about it. Like I was going to the fucking gym, and I'm fucking a little twig dude. But I'm trying to think of a good way to transition this. I mean, shit. I guess the best way to say it is he was the West was under the masculine. The idea of a masculine man in the West was slowly being beaten out of us Gen Z youth. Cause it wasn't even like he wasn't even one of those guys where he would like call shit woke or nothing. Like he wasn't like that type. But like he would talk about like fucking birth control making women less attracted to testosterone and all that shit. Which, I'm pretty sure that shit actually does. Like I don't know. I'm pretty sure that shit does happen and stuff. But when it's all you're fucking talking about and stuff, every fucking time you're talking to your friend, it's fucking annoying. I don't. Like I guess the best way, and I fucking hate the whole. Like, I hate the idea of just simply not caring about something because you don't understand it. But I don't see the point in stressing yourself out over it. Especially if it, I'm getting off topic. He was basically into that whole thing. And again, I think one of the most annoying parts about the situation is like he was one funny motherfucker. Like I enjoyed talking to him and shit. So like when he started to like shut off more and just stop fucking, I don't know. But eventually, when I was in alternative school, I made friends with this girl. For the sake of the story, since I'm doing fucking Minecraft characters, I'm gonna call her Alex. And the rules was, for the rules was, the rules were, when you get expelled from the school district, if you get in trouble again in an alternative school, you get sent to juvie. But anyways, you you can't go back to the school that you get expelled from. And I really didn't care that much at first because Notch, the friend that I mentioned earlier, my brother, my next zone school was his school, so I'm kind of just like, oh yeah, okay, cool, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and we're gonna turn up, brother. So, we're kind of excited for that. But my mom, the goat that she is, she fought on my behalf for the school district, and they kind of realized, oh yeah, this was kind of bullshit. So they let me back in to my origin high school, which I was, excited. I appreciated it, but I was kind of like, fuck. And Alex's next zone school was the high school that I went to, so it was kind of like, all right, cool. I guess we're kicking it. So at the start of junior year, I keep on going back and forth. I'm sorry. At the start of junior year, we didn't have any classes together at the start, but then when the classes switched in the second semester, we did. But I would always see him in the hallways and shit, and I would always go out of my way to approach him and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Especially around the time where I'm trying to think, it was like either 2022 or 2023, so we were like either 15 or 16. It was when Sonic Frontiers was coming out, and I like I remember walking up to him in the hallway and like showing him the little trailer that they showed for the combat. And I was just like, bro, like, dude, they're having him actually fight and shit like the comics. Like he's throwing energy beams and shit. We've talked about wanting this, and we were actually like having a okay. We were like actually having a like we were talking like it was like nothing fucking changed. So yeah, that's like little moments like that is why I still kept on like checking up on him and shit because like he's my friend. But it was basically the same shit on repeat until we had the same class together again in the second semester. Alex was in this class too, so he especially like he definitely wasn't approaching me then. I remember like I would actually like whenever we would do group stuff, he would just do the shit by himself or whatever, and I really didn't think much of it then either because most of the time when there used to be group projects and shit, I would prefer to do it on my own too, especially if it was something creative based. Like I did not like fucking. I was a diva. But even when we would like do shit after school and stuff, even here's the thing that kind of pissed me off the most when I started like thinking about these events. Even the people that we didn't know mutually and like he met through me because of high school, they would like ask about him when we were going out too and be like, "Yo, I'm not gonna make up more names, so I'm just gonna refer to everybody else as they, different fucking all the fucking collective unit of my assorted friends." They would check on like they'd be like, "Yo, what about Hero Brian? Like I always see like is he coming too? Like is he bouncing with us? Like whatever." And he would go sometimes, but even then he would still be quiet or whatever. And they would always go out like they would go out of their way to make his presence feel seen. It like even when we were just saying absolute random bullshit, like he would, I mean, like they would go out of their way to make him feel included. Like even with like little stupid shit, like we would do this fucking one joke where we'll just randomly be like, "Oh yeah, too bad Hero Brian is gonna get taken away by a giant velociraptor from fucking Cuba next week." Like just dumb shit like that, just to catch him off guard and like make him chuckle a little bit. Like it sucks being left out of the fucking group, and I'm happy that I had friends around that age that fucking understood that it felt shitty to be left out. Shit, even the people that I was like passively cool with would like be like, "Yo, where's Hero Brian?" So that's the thing that would piss me off. And like I'm trying to think about where's another good spot to prove my well not prove where's another good spot to kind of jump onto. I'm sorry, I'm new to this. I guess the next noteworthy thing that happened in our relationship that kind of made things shift was we got into like a little. This is when like I kind of. This is what made me really start thinking that this shit was fucking stupid, because we got into like a not even like a serious. Well, it started off as a small argument, but it he kind of escalated. He got kind of heated because his whole thing was he kind of assumed that me and Alex were closer than we were at the time, and then eventually we did. Yeah, we got together or whatever, little fucking high school sweetheart puppy love bullshit. And his whole fucking thing was he would like make little jabs at her, and you know my ego sometimes, not my ego sometimes, my ego right now is trying to tell me, oh yeah, he was coming at you. But they were mostly towards her, well, at her expense, because he was. This is so fucking stupid now, because I'm beating around the bush because I'm really thinking about how stupid it sounds. So his whole thing was, you know, the whole thing with the black pill is fucking women settle until they find a genetically superior man or whatever the fuck, financially, whatever. Hypergamy. Hypergamy, that's the key word. So one time he like said some shit like that, and he was like, "Oh, well, just wait till she finds a 6'4" black guy." And I don't know if you could tell by my voice and the fact that I've been saying nigga, but I am a brother. So, you know, I'm just kind of like, what? So, you know, I'm fucking laughing. I'm like, what? Does it just, like, cancel out because I'm fucking short? Like, he's black, like, I'm black too. Does it fucking cancel out? So, and then that's when he started, like, talking about, like, I should probably be more pissed off about the fact that, like, I got robbed genetically or whatever, or whatever the shit. And, you know, you can tell when somebody's not joking or whatever. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, but, like, like, I don't, I guess yeah, because this was before I had my whopping growth spurt to fucking 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. Like I don't know if I've already said that, but I'm I'm proud of that description. So yeah, I was probably like 5'5", around it. Like I was a little short fucker. So I was just kind of like, yeah, but I mean it's not that big. Like I don't really care that much. It's not like I'm gonna fucking split my femur like that one surgery. So we stopped talking for a little bit after that too. And well, like I would try to I would still try to talk to him, but he would kind of like brush me off. And well, not even brush me off. I don't know. I think he thought that I was more mad about the situation than I actually was. But we stopped talking as much, and when we did, it was very brief. And it was basically the same routine until eventually we made up and we started talking as much. Well, yeah, we started talking is pretty much is on the same basis that we used to. But you know, the entire like I don't know. Around that time, I could just tell that the type of jokes that he were making, they were just more mean spirited, and you can tell when some shit's coming from a place of hatred and when it's not. Like I hate when people act like it's like not or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna cut to I'm gonna cut to when I'm back at my house with. Yeah, I'm gonna cut to when I'm back home so I can. This mining trip is kind of sucking dick right now. Okay, so I'm out the cave. I've decided that a good spot to pick this up is the midway through our senior year, because you know everybody. I think this is like when the Fallout first started to. Well, this is straight up when the Fallout actually did happen. So you know it's senior year. Everybody's getting cars and shit. Everybody knows how to drive. Everybody's driving around doing shit. And same routine. you know, everybody's going somewhere, asking, "Yo, where's Hero Brian?" I don't know, shit. Let's ask if Hero Brian's coming. Hero Brian, you coming? Nah, I'm good. Hero Brian, you coming? Yeah, sure. So, hit or miss. One of these times, we were gonna go to a little function that my friend was having. Well, it wasn't even a function. It was like 15 people max in the backyard, maybe. Just fucking shooting the shit, probably smoking. And it was this one girl that he didn't really like that was gonna be there, that I was pretty cool with. Not like best buddies or some shit, but we used to play the fucking game together. And he didn't like her for whatever reason, and she was completely indifferent to. Well, not even she was passive, perfectly passive towards him. Funny enough, one of her friends liked Hero Brian for a little bit. I really don't know the full. I don't know that story, but I just remember, like, it's funny that he used to complain about how fucking, like, shit like the dating pool and shit, and there was this girl that, like, wanted him for a while. Like, I remember, kind of like, holy shit, really? Like, this shit was really funny to find out. But whatever, I'm getting off track. I don't know if my microphone quality got worse because I leaned back. It's getting comfortable. Sorry. And he basically said no, and then started like talking a bunch of shit about her. And I was like laughing at first, like, oh, like like, oh, come on, chill on her, bro. She chilling. But he was like he was acting like that she was like fucking the next coming of Jessica Rabbit or some shit. I don't. What's a popular like fucking Jessica Rabbit isn't a prostitute. I'm like I'm 80% sure Jessica Rabbit wasn't ever portrayed as a prostitute or something. I don't know. He was just saying a bunch of fucked up and unnecessarily cruel shit. And yeah, that was my fucking homeboy. Like, so being this person, we became cool because it was the night. It was like the day after Halo Infinite came out because it was day one on Game Pass, and fucking, it's a free game. Might as well try it. Plus, it's the new Halo. Might as well. So we were in English, and I was showing another one of my friends the game clip that I took of the first cutscene where they show Master Chief getting the shit kicked out of him. Spoiler alerts for Halo Infinite. But it's the opening cutscene where Master Chief is getting the shit beat out of him by the gorilla dude. I forgot what his name was. I don't know. I'm so fucking. I don't know anything about the Halo franchise really. But yeah, she saw that I was showing him the clip, and she was like, "Oh, you like Halo?" And we both looked at her, and I was like, "We're trying to find out why all the 30-year-olds fuck with it." So yeah, so we started playing Halo or whatever after school, and so yeah, I became cool with her. So I was kind of just like, "Yo, don't be dissing my niggas, dog. Like, don't be dissing my niggas." And it just became like this whole fucking spiel with him, and it was just so awkward afterwards because he was talking shit about someone like so hard, and they barely even interacted. So then he tried to say that I was white knighting her and shit, and bullshit. But like bullshit. I'll never be the type of person to white knight anybody. Shit's fucking stupid. Cause then if they're like in the wrong or something, now you look fucking stupid. I need seeds. They changed the models for the babies in the new update. I thought the update was already out, but then I realized that I haven't seen a new baby until yesterday, or whenever the 25th was. So I was like, oh, I might as well get. I'll show you what I'm doing once I actually get the seeds. Anyways, it was just weird. So that after that whole situation, he he didn't wind up going, but we also just didn't talk for a while. And it was basically just similar shit to that until eventually some shit happened. I forgot exactly what the context was, but we were like everybody, like a bunch of people were in a call together, and he was like talking to like we were trying to. It was some shit that we were trying to plan, and again, no, like no, like we specifically reached out to have him there, and he started talking. Oh, I have way more seeds than I needed. But he was going on this whole typical spiel or whatever, and I kind of just, all as an offhanded remark, I was like, "Well, I keep you around," because he was talking about like people's values and all that stuff, high value, low value, and I was basically like in the past like year and a half, there has not been a single time that we've talked that you've checked up, like you've asked how I've been or anything. It's kind of just been shit talking. Well, not shit. It's basically just shit talking my girlfriend. And yeah, basically just fucking just being a fucking buzzkill. That's the best way to describe it. And I hate saying shit like that because it I feel like it undermines the issue. I guess I'm saying issue. I don't know. I just feel like it undermines it. But that was pretty much it. It was just like you you bring nothing of value to my life, but that, like I and again I was trying to like I feel like I could have handled that shit better. I don't remember exactly what I worded, but I don't I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but I don't know. I feel like I could have went about shit better, but anyway, like we stopped talking. Like at graduation and shit, we spoke to each other, but it was kind of just like that same. Oh, there's Porker Lewis. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's Porker Lewis. Hey. And pretty much that's the end of it. I mean, I feel like this was I feel like this was gonna be way more detailed in my head, but it's kind of hard to think about a bunch of specific shit. But seeing like, I don't know, seeing that shit be so not even popular. I know it's echo chambers and all that shit. Most of the shit's botted. That's the best way to keep your sanity on the using shit like that is by remembering that most of this stuff is bots anyway. But then when you see people like actually reposting stuff and then they have like, I don't know, there's definitely a vocal minority that's not an insignificant number of men my age that are fucking preaching that bullshit for some reason. It's even more annoying when I see older guys saying shit like that. Did my shit just blow up? I think my shit just blew up. Hey, at least I put my diamonds in the chest. Even though I'm gonna have to make a new chest plate and pickaxe probably. Oh well, that sucks. It's the glory of Minecraft though. Still, it's just a really shit. I guess the best way to describe it is just a very overwhelming apathy when I see shit like that. Cause I mean, like it made me think about this specifically because I literally knew somebody that I stopped talking to because of that shit and how it just kind of turned him into a massive self-loathing buzzkill. Oh, my shit didn't blow up. Awesome. Well, I think some of it blew up. Maybe not though. Okay, well, none of the important shit blew up. Oh, never mind. The pickaxe blew up. But the axe didn't. Awesome. Wait, is the pickaxe the only thing that blew up? Oh no, it's up there. Awesome. And I don't know. I really felt like I would have a lot more to say about this shit, but I really feel like I'm just repeating the same points. I don't know if I said this at the start of the video or not. I'm sorry. I'm kind of kind of fucked up right now. But I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm fucking jealous of women. Because it's like, at least when they're selling each other courses and shit and taking advantage of people's insecurities in the guise of self-help, there's just this, like, at least there's an aura of sisterhood and solidarity and being a woman and all that shit. Well, guys, we're kind of just like dicks about it and not even helpful. Like, most of the shit that's being said has been said since the dawn of time. You're just putting a slowed audio behind it. I'd say it's been said since the dawn of time in a wiser and healthier way, but people twist that shit to, it's just, people twist the shit to push an agenda to sell some shit. That's all. Like, that's all what this shit is. Also, another thing that pisses me off, none of it's under the actual, like, guise of body positivity or nothing like that. It's all, like, the fucking fear of not being able to get laid. That's what most of the shit boils down to. It's the fear of not being able to get laid. Like, whatever. Like, fucking 7 times out of 10 it will come naturally. What, like, if you're really that worried about, if you're really worried about not being able to fuck, it's fucking, like, prostitutes. I don't know. I kind of feel gross after saying that. That's something I don't normally say, but it's fucking true. And most of the shit's also just because I'm tired of seeing it so much on my For You page. That's why I think short form content's demonic. Not demonic in like a fire and brimstone way, but more demonic in, I guess I'm using it as a synonym for evil. Unless that shit about circuit boards being ancient demon summoning sigils is true, then in that case, yes. Social media is fucking very demonic and we have opened up Pandora's box. That's such a cool theory. Scary too. They should make like a horror game. I wonder if there is a horror game based off of the idea that like motherboards are just ancient summoning sigils that we rediscovered. There has to be at least one indie horror game about that. Because I've seen so many people talk about it recently. Well, not so many. Again, it's the TikTok effect where everything's an echo chamber. So when you like something, you see a bunch of the same thing. There's a pillager outpost that almost died when I was finding my way over here. Oh, I should probably go back and get some leads because there's a laze over there. I don't fully understand how they work, but I had a few in my in my Bedrock world. And they made things more lively. And I guess with all that being said, this is the end of my storytime video diary struggling to play Minecraft video. I guess if I have anything to close this off saying, if you're gonna be a pessimist about shit, keep it to yourself. Cause some fucking sub 5'10" wage slave retail sale is gonna have a shitty day at work and see your video and is gonna piss him off so bad he wants to play Minecraft and talk to an invisible audience. Damn, I forgot. I never made those pants. That's Chekhov's pants right there, except it didn't pay off. Anyways, later.